Jermell Charlo came out and cleared up the accusations that Tony threw on him of cheating in the corner, of drinking the forbidden juice or the holy water in between rounds. And Tony believes that that's how Charlo got the extra strength to knock him out and go toe-to-toe with him the whole night. Now, of course, Charlo cleared it all up on Twitter by posting before and after VADA results of testing him and them coming out negative. Charlo was clean before and after the fight. So if Charlo did take any supplement or whatever Tony is trying to suggest, then he would have gotten caught doing the dirt. So people give Charlo a hard time, but you have to give credit where credit is due. This ain't Lions Only. I'm not part of Lions Only. I'm part of the media. I'm doing my job as a reporter. So I gotta state things based on logic, not emotion. So that being said, last time I checked, it was Tony who accused Charlo of being a sore loser because he was making too many excuses leading up to the rematch. He accused Charlo of not being a man and taking his L like a man. However, ironically enough, he's doing exactly the same thing he was accusing Charlo of doing. And it's not a good look on Tony's behalf. Because if you was going to make some type of an excuse, you should have made that 2 months ago. The fight or the rematch is so long gone. So in order for Tony to get himself in a position for a trilogy match, then he has to go back to the drawing board and maybe fight a Lubin, who's a proven guy as well. And maybe the winner of that, like I told y'all on my last video, could face Charlo. And that's about the only way Tony could get a trilogy match with Charlo. Or even a Lubin. For him to get a rematch with Charlo, they have to position themselves in order to get that opportunity. Because Charlo is the clear winner. He won by KO. Both of the fighters, in my opinion, are great. Tony and Lubin. They just ran to a wall, and that wall is Charlo. With that being said, as far as the clear bottle, of course the rule says you have to drink out of a clear bottle so they could see is liquid, and that liquid is water. However, maybe whoever brought up the Gatorade bottle didn't know that rule. It could be as simple as that. You can't accuse somebody of cheating when they got tested before and after the fight by the strictest agency in the world, and that's VADA, who's been busting everybody. And even after the results come out as negative, you want to accuse that person of cheating? That's what you call reaching. You definitely reaching with that one, and you reaching too high up, and the rim is just too high up, and over here Charlo's dunking on y'all with proofs. Because you have to bring proofs to the table. And what kind of proof do we need? Is that Charlo cheated. What was in the bottle? Was there supplements? And if so, how come the results show that Charlo didn't take a damn thing and that he's clean? So if it's Gatorade or Red Bull, I don't think that would have made a difference. And I would prefer to drink water at the time. I mean, both athlete was in extreme condition and in a great shape, and that's why Charlo walked through a lot of punches, and so did Tony. However, you have to give credit where credit is due, and that Charlo has a heart of a lion, and no matter what happened throughout the fight between him and Tony, he found a way to win. He knocked out Tony and set him up for the knockout blow, landing a beautiful hook while Tony had his hand up. It's about placement. That's what won Charlo the fight. It ain't what was in the Gatorade bottle. And this is turning out to be another example of it don't matter what you do. You damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you're a Charlo or a fighter on the coincidental list. Because it don't matter if Charlo knocks out Lubin in the first round or knocks out Tony in a great war and a classic fight in the rematch. It don't matter. None of that matter because they want him to lose. Even Big Charlo. He could call out all the 160 pounders from Andre to Canelo to Gennady Golovkin to Jacob. I mean, Canelo gave him his strap. Gennady Golovkin said absolutely not. And they will still claim Charlo fights nobody and he's a nobody, even though they both headlining, doing great ratings for PBC. And on the other hand, Saul Canelo Alvarez could fail a test, taking all the computer roll that he needs or won't and blame it on contaminated meat. And then the WBC goes as far as increasing the computer roll limit a fighter could have, so these Mexican fighters could take whatever they need, like Canelo Alvarez or any other fighter that used the contaminated meat as an excuse. And that's a fact. Canelo actually failed a drug test. He actually took computer roll. Even though he's a millionaire, has one of the biggest contracts in the world, you telling me he don't have a personal chef? You telling me he don't have his own sheeps? However, all these Canelo fans want to claim Canelo Alvarez is the Mexican GOAT, but he don't have his own sheeps, even though he has the biggest deal in boxing. So we all know what time it is. These are the same fans that are accusing Charlo of taking something between the rounds. However, they have no proof. And proof say, and the facts say, Charlo is clean before and after the fight. So what can he possibly have taken? On the other hand, Canelo could take whatever he wants, only get suspended for 6 months, and come back in the same position that he left in, which is fight Gennady Golovkin in a rematch. And Gennady Golovkin will wait for him and not take any risks. So we all know what time it is at the end of the day. Like I said, when you're a fighter on the coincidental list like Charlo's and many more, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. So you just gotta brush it off and keep moving. And that's what Charlo is actually learning to do. So that being said, y'all saw what Charlo had to say, and he showed proof. So I'm not going to repeat anything that he said and the way he bashed Tony, because at the end of the day, he talked the talk and walked the walk. And that's what mattered at the end of the day. Obviously, Charlo backed everything he talked about. On the other hand, Tony, he contradicted himself because he accused Charlo for making excuses, claiming it was a robbery, this and that. And ironically enough, this is exactly what he's doing today, 2 months after the fight. So that's a bad look on Tony's behalf. Till then, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these decafs, aka dumb ass casual fans / old media. Shout out to New Media for starting the new media wave that I'm a part of. Of course, follow my man Lunatoon Boxing for the funniest boxing memes. That's my bro Ski. Go ahead and follow him on IG, and follow me too at IG and keep it a G. And follow your boy Akhi TV. All these links will be in the description box below. Go ahead and cop some of the Akhi merch as well. And if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is attend the Akhi University every Sunday live on Split Decision. It's free to attend the Akhi University. All you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post, or go live on Split Decision every Sunday. Call in. And if you ever dream about winning a debate with me, you better wake up and apologize on Akhi TV during Split Decision. So that being said, I appreciate every single one of my Akhis, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out here.